This landlocked country in the Horn of Africa is where humans took their first upright steps and went on to populate the planet. It is a symbol of independence, never colonized by any foreign power. The origin of the world's most celebrated crop, consumed by billions all over the world. It is also home to a diversity of cultures and profound spirituality. Through my previous trips, I knew that Ethiopia is unique within Africa in so many ways. But in this next visit, I was in for more surprises. I traveled to the Northern Highlands, a spectacular landscape once called the chess pieces of the gods. There, I find a primate species that is the last of its kind. Step inside medieval castles that came to be known as the Camelot of Africa and get to know life in this remote mountain region. I had previously come from Kigali in Rwanda and continued on my journey to Addis Ababa. Ethiopian Airlines has managed to keep the continent interconnected with ease. After a quick respite in Addis, I then flew to Gondar in Ethiopia's Northern Highland region. Country roads lead to the bustling city center, where Emperor Tewodros stands prominently. Considered the founder of modern Ethiopia, the warrior king ended an age of fighting among local warlords and restored unity in the country. Surrounding him, in the area called the Piazza, are Italian buildings in fascist architecture left behind by their brief occupation in the 1930s. Allied and local forces successfully thwarted the Italians in Gondar. Thus, Ethiopia was never colonized by any foreign power. Resting on the foothills of the Simien Mountains, the city is at an elevation of over 2,000 meters, or almost 7,000 feet, making it an ideal location to build a stronghold. After generations of nomadic living, the Ethiopian royals decided to settle and build the capital in this area. Gondar became Ethiopia's capital from the 17th to the 19th century, and the remnants of this once great city have become World Heritage Sites. Before I explore these historic and sacred places, I decided to visit the local market first. Since Gondar was founded, it has been an agricultural and market town where people from distant parts of the country come for their needs.
Always interesting for me to walk around the market and get the feel of the whole community. Everything looks colorful.
The market is always a bustling place where everything from grains, produce, and textiles are sold.
And this is the area where they have their traditional clothing. Very colorful, very intricate. Interesting, huh? Nice fabrics.
Cotton has been cultivated in Ethiopia for generations. Women spin the cotton on drop spindles, while the men hand weave the fabric on looms. These traditional white dresses are called habisha chemis, worn by women on religious ceremonies and special occasions. The designs of the embroidery depend on which community it's from. Aside from the market, food offers a good insight into a place's history and culture. I visited a restaurant serving the traditional local cuisine. As I entered, the smell of incense and coffee beans wafted in the air. The Four Sisters restaurant is a serene spot in the midst of a bustling city, brightly decorated with Ethiopian art. It gives visitors a great sensory experience of the local culture.
I can't go to Gondar without tasting Gondar food. And they say that this is the most popular place here, Four Sisters, cooked by Four Sisters. Of course, I have to have injera.
Injera is a flat, spongy circular pancake made from fermented batter of teff grains. What is a general term for a thick stew? It can be made of vegetables, beef, lamb, or chicken, but never pork, as prescribed in Ethiopian religious laws. You tear a piece of injera and eat it with the wat and other side dishes.
Wow, this looks a little bit strange, but it's really good. Spicy lamb. It's great.
What sets Ethiopian cuisine apart is the mix of spices that create an intense and unique flavor. Evidence suggests that the Ethiopian Aksumite kings traded with parts of Asia thousands of years ago. This early exchange of goods resulted in one of the most complex cuisines this side of Africa. Up next, I get into the heart of Gondar and marvel at its legendary castles, while finding the most intricate examples of Ethiopian religious art, places said to be built by emperors and guarded by angels.